Actually, I have new songs. I have a lot of new songs. And I also have some songs that I just discovered, some really old songs that I just discovered that feel brand new because I haven't listened to them or played them or done anything with them for like years and years, like decades, really. As a matter of fact, I came across the very first song I ever wrote. And I haven't even, I think I'm going to play that for you. I haven't really even practiced it. I made a TikTok of the first verse the other day, and people seem to really like it. A lot of songwriters are ashamed of their first song, but I'm actually proud of mine. And the story is, I had wanted to write songs for decades. Decades, for years. I had an older brother. He played piano. I didn't play anything. I finally got a guitar in college. There's a little more to the story, but I finally got a guitar, and he taught me like the basic chords, and so I could play like a 3-chord progression. But he was writing songs in high school, and that really oh God, I wish I could do that. So one day, he had just written a new song, and I said, I wish I could do that. I wish I could write songs. He said, well, then write one. I really didn't think I knew how to write songs. But he said that, and I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to sit down and write one. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'll just sit down and write one. And the first thing is, so what should I write about? Well, it turns out at the time, I was in my final semester studying for my MBA at the Wharton School. My heart was actually totally not in this. I went for all the wrong reasons. But still, I was there, and it was time for all the MBA students to be frantically seeking employment. And, the whole, I was so fed up with the whole, materialism of the whole thing. And I don't know, and everybody, it seemed like every conversation was centered around the job search. So I decided, that's the thing I'm going to write about. I'm going to satirize that. And I wrote this song called Job Search Blues. And I'm going to play this for you. And I noticed, by the way, when I was typing out the lyrics that there are some things, I wrote this was 1983. So there's some things I wrote there that were normal to say at the time, but you wouldn't say them in 2024, especially like the receptionist. Back then, it was normal to call the people, like the receptionists and the administrative assistants, they were referred to as secretaries, and I guess that word, for some reason, started to have a sexist connotation, and people don't use it anymore, but that's in the song, so. I left my job and I went back to school. It cost a lot of money, but I am no fool, 'cause everybody knows that you need an education to find a good career and wealth accumulation. Now I'm graduating and I'm looking for work. Nobody wants to hire me, I feel like a jerk. I'm looking and I'm searching, all I get is bad news. I'll tell you what it is, I got the job search blues. I show up for the interview, I meet the secretary. I'm here to see the boss, she says, okay, it won't be very long until he gets here. Make yourself at home, read a magazine while I call him on the phone. I'm getting kinda nervous, the tension, it's a mountain. My palms are getting sweaty and my pulse rate, it's a counting. I'm looking for rewards, but I'm paying my dues. I'm headed for another round of job search blues. Man comes down the hall, he shakes my hand. Hope he likes my grip, I hope he likes the way I stand. We go up to his office, I sit down in a chair. I answered a few questions and he gives me a stare. He says, I'm sorry, but you're not the one we're looking for. It's been nice meeting you, let me show you to the door. I don't know what went wrong, I'm still looking for clues. There's just no escaping from the job search blues. I get back home, there's a letter for me. The envelope said that it's from the company I spoke to last week, and I thought I had a chance. I open it up, it It says, "Dear applicant, we enjoyed meeting you. Thanks for taking the time to come here and see us. We think that you're fine. It's just that, will you see, there's a lot of competition and we've hired someone else to fill the position." I fold the letter up, I add it to the pile with all the other dings I've been saving all the while. I think about my friends who are making 30 grand while I'm a-sitting here without an offer in hand. I guess I should be busy looking through the classified to find some more positions to which I can apply. I don't, but something deep inside me says I won't be amused. I expect another dose of the job search blues. So, yeah, I also noticed 30 grand. That was considered a good starting salary back in 1983. I guess now it would be 80 or 90 or 100 grand. I don't know. MBA students, you know, they make a lot of money coming out of business school. So I hope you like that. That's my first song. I also actually found a recording of my first 3 songs. I haven't bothered to, I haven't had a chance yet. I'm actually proud of the second one also, which is actually the second song I ever wrote. Got airplay on a major station at WAAF FM in the Boston area. And it got a little write-up in the Beat magazine, which I don't know if it still exists, but that was the magazine that covered the local music scene. I got a little write-up in there that said, "Be on the Seth Jackson alert." I wasn't using my middle name back then. So I have to learn that one. It's kind of a, it's another satire. It's kind of a topic that maybe people wouldn't expect to be satirized, but I wrote a satire on the nuclear war. Oh, hi, Blaine. Hey, how are you? Thanks for being here. And I see other people are here. I can't see who you are unless you're on Instagram. Instagram shows me the names of the people who join. But the other platforms, I'm multi-streaming on several platforms at once. And I can't see where you are and I can't see your name unless you type something in the chat box. And if you do, I will say hello. But I'm saying hello anyway, even though if I can't see your name. So I mentioned I have new songs. Actually, I'm going to do I don't even know which is my latest single. I have a brand new one that I submitted for release. Oh, hey, thanks. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. So I have a new song. It was supposed to come out in June. And I had to upload the thing 3 times because of different various problems. And on the third one, apparently I made a typo on the release date. And I was shocked to find out that the song's out there now, and I don't want it to be out there now because I want to have a chance. You need to give it some lead time when you release it in order to pitch it to Spotify playlist, Spotify editors, and I wanted to do that. And I made, some extra production things on this song that hopefully they would, and then it just went out there with no chance to pitch it. So I'm trying to see if I can, re-upload it. I don't know if that's even possible because Spotify's algorithm remembers that, this song was out there and it's like, oh, you already released this song. So I don't know if I can do that. But okay, since I'm talking about that song, I might as well do it. I was going to do my other song that was still supposed to be my current single, but I'm going to do this new one. This song actually means a lot to me. A lot of my songs mean a lot to me. Some mean more than others. But, one of the things I like to write about, I like to encourage people. I want to just somehow, if my music can make somebody's life better in some little way, then I feel like I succeeded. And one of the things I write about, I have songs about various topics. I actually have them broken down by topic on my website. And one of the topics is mental health songs, and kind of my overriding theme is to just embrace the struggle, never give up. And so this song encapsulates that. when you've lost another battle and you're staring at the wall and you struggle to remember what you're living for, and the ever-growing shadows are the only thing you see. Trust that you're right where you need to be. Darkness is deceiving. Darkness can be healing. It's a place that we all know, a place we need to go. Darkness is for dreaming. Just you, your thoughts and feelings can seem too much to face. But if it doesn't kill you, you know what they say. In the middle of the tunnel, you can still imagine light and the possibilities in the sunshine. Darkness is deceiving. Darkness can be healing. It's a place that we all know, a place we need to go. Darkness is for dreaming. You'll be up and down, you'll be lost and found. That place of doubt is where you work it out. Darkness is deceiving. Darkness is revealing. It's a place to take it slow, where hope has room to grow. Darkness is for dreaming. It's a place to start again, an unexpected friend. Darkness is for dreaming. Lana, thank you, welcome. Thanks for being here. So that's my latest song, which, as I explained before, I think is out now. It's not supposed to be, but it looks like Spotify put it out there. It was a typo. There's a typo on my submission. It was supposed to come out in a couple of weeks. So here's the other new song that came out not that long ago. I wrote this as a fan messaged me and says, we need more songs about peace. So I thought, that sounds like a good thing to write about. And, somebody requested it. I'm all into trying to satisfy requests. Thank you. So I thought, so I said, okay, well, maybe I'll write a song about peace if I can think of something to say that I didn't want to just say the same thing that's been said. There's been so many anti-war songs, especially, I grew up in the 60s and there were just so many of them. I don't want to say the same thing that's been said a million times. So here's what I came up with. The soldiers and the missiles, the rubble of the buildings, the ever-growing toll of death. I can't fathom all the killing. I sit in my comfortable living room, thousands of miles away, trying to come up with something deep and important to say. But the evils of war have been covered before. I've got no new world world-changing thoughts to unleash. So all I can do is hope I'll break through with one more song about peace. A song won't stop an army. I can't undo the bombing. But if I can touch a single heart, at least that would be something. So I'll get to sending my message out to anyone I can. Shouldn't be a whole lot to ask for. Just be kind to your fellow man. The evils of war have been covered before. I've got no new world-changing thoughts to preach. All I can do is hope I'll break through with one more song about peace. I picture a time when armies and guns are replaced by cooperation. As every impossible dream come true starts with the imagination. The evils of war have been covered before. I've got no new world-changing thoughts to teach. So all I can do is hope I'll break through with one more song about peace. All I can do is hope I'll break through with one more song about peace. So here's one more song about peace. Thank you. So what should I do next? I don't have my, if you've seen my shows before, I don't have my set list planned out, but I have kind of an idea because I have all these songs that, I have these new songs and then I have these old songs that I just rediscovered and they kind of feel new. So let me do this brand new one. I don't even know if this is done yet. Still trying to decide on a couple of lines, but this is pretty much different from what I usually write, but I really like this, and I hope you do too. All the greatest paintings ever made would pale next to your angel face. Like the good Lord's greatest work of art, with the light in your eyes from a Rembrandt star, a night sky brushed with a silvery glow, me on a blanket below. I marvel at how beautiful you are, with the light in your eyes from a Rembrandt star. Yeah, I might never see the moon again. If tomorrow never comes, I'll be fulfilled, I'll be content, 'cause you've taught me what it means to love. I'm the happiest man in all of creation. These moments with you are a revelation. As I look through the window to your heart, with the light in your eyes from a Rembrandt star. The morning's gonna come again, the sun is gonna shine, this picture-perfect night will end, but this love of ours will never die. I take your hand and I kiss your lips. Your very presence is a gift. I could gaze at you till the heavens part, with the light in your eyes from a Rembrandt star. I could gaze at you till the heavens part, with the light in your eyes from a Rembrandt star. With the light in your eyes from a Rembrandt star. Thank you. Hope you like that. That is totally brand new, and as I said, not even necessarily finished. So now, okay, here's a song. I'm going to do a song that, another one of these oldies. Oops, I hit the wrong button there. I'm going to do another one of these oldies that feels new because I kind of totally forgot about it. I wrote this back in the 80s. Before, I went up to, when I first finally decided to become serious about my songwriting, I realized I didn't know really all that much about songwriting. I mean, I had what I'd figured out on my own intuitively, but I really thought, if I'm going to do this, I want to be, as prepared as I can be. So I decided maybe there's a school that teaches songwriting. I wonder if there is. I went to the library and I discovered that, yes, in fact, in Los Angeles, there was a school called the Grove School of Music, and they had a songwriting major. So I left the job I was hating, and I packed up all my things and moved to California to go to music school. But this was written before then. Stranger called love, so often I call out your name. Oh, stranger called love, you play a mysterious game. You brighten my heart, then you tear it apart, then you vanish off into the night. Oh, stranger called love, you don't know wrong from right. Stranger called love, I long for your tender embrace. Oh, stranger called love, you barely have shown me your face. I don't know where you live, but I know what I'd give to sit in the light of your smile. Oh, stranger called love, come and stay for a while. Mystical, magical, stranger called love, will you be the savior that I'm dreaming of? Or are you no more than the thrill of the unknown? Oh, glamorous, dangerous, stranger called love, I've hoped and I've prayed to the gods up above, but night after night, still I lie here alone. Stranger called love, you bringer of joy and of pain. Oh, stranger called love, so much to lose, so much to gain. The games that you play, the price that I pay, I still need to make you my friend. Oh, stranger called love. I'll find you in the end. Stranger called love, I'll find you in the end. So, you know what? Since I mentioned about the story of going off to music school, that reminds me of another song that I used to do this. I wrote this, so I was in California for like almost 30 years, having many near misses in the music business and, you know, being so close and so frustrated and you know, and things happen in the music business that are, but actually what happened was I got to California to study music, and like, just as soon as I got there, I met this woman who eventually became my wife, and we're still together. I have a song about that too, but this isn't about that, and this is partly about that. But I spent all this time and had all these near misses, and we raised a family. Then my kids grew up, and they both went off to college back east, which is where I'm from originally. And at that point, we decided, you know, I love California, but let's go back east. So we packed up and we drove back across the country, and it was so weird. As I crossed the state line out of California, suddenly it just seemed so surreal. Like, I just spent almost 30 years there, and it's almost like it never happened. And so while I was driving in the car, I wrote the song in my head, and I had to keep repeating it so I wouldn't forget it, you know, before I was able to pull over and get to a place where I had a pen and paper to write it down. And this is, you know, I didn't have a smartphone. I couldn't write it down while I'm driving. So, but anyway, I'm gonna play this song. This is so I wrote this, you know, just after I left California, which was 6 years ago, and it became a favorite, like when I'd play out. So I'm gonna see if I can. I still can see that welcome sign in the desert on I-10. The maze of streets that greeted me when I arrived back then. I was gonna make it big when I first hit LA. Now I'm an older nobody driving back the other way. People came and disappeared as if I imagined all those years. There is no California, no sunny skies to warm you, and no starry-eyed dreams come true like I went there for. It must have once existed, and somehow I must have missed it, but there is no California anymore. Was barely there a week first time I looked into your eyes. Through every dead-end street I hit, you stood there by my side. All the no's and maybes, all the big shot bullshit talk, to yes, we've got a deal, and then they don't return my calls. Facing east behind the wheel, please don't blame me if I feel there is no California, no sunny skies to warm you, and no starry-eyed dreams come true like I went there for. It must have once existed, somehow I must have missed it, but there is no California anymore. Expect turned to vapor. I came out with something greater. You're still here, and I can love you anywhere. So I don't really care that there is no California, no sunny skies to warm you, and no starry-eyed dreams come true like I went there for. It must have once existed, somehow I must have missed it, but there is no California anymore. No, there is no California anymore. Nadia, welcome. Thanks for being here. You know what, though? I haven't mentioned this, but I need to limit my performances to probably 30 minutes because of my health. I have, because of long COVID, I have chronic fatigue. And the worst part of that is something called PEM, which stands for post-exertional malaise, which this is so insidious because if I overdo it, the fatigue gets all worse and it can last days or even weeks. But the thing is, I don't know I've overdone it until it's too late. So it shows up like the next day. So that's been a half an hour. I'm so glad you were here. Please, if you've enjoyed this or if you want to hear more, go to my website, Seth Hilary Jackson. Please share with your friends. Let them know about me. And my streams are unscheduled for now because of the fatigue. When I have a little energy, I pop on here and, play for half an hour. So if you're following me on any of the platforms I'm on, which would be Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, or volume.com, or I guess Twitter, you'll be notified when I go live. So I really appreciate you being here. So go to my website, come back next time, and I really, really hope to see you again. This has been so much fun. I'd love to continue, but,